Some of you know him as AWOL. Some of you know him as Sweetie Pie. Most of you probably just know him as Chris. Please welcome Chris Adams. Wow!
To be here tonight, and you may or no. Did plenty use that joke? It's like my funniest thing. It's all right, just improv from here. So I'm really nervous tonight. I'm sure that most of you know that. I talked to a lot of you about that. And in the weeks leading up to this, I sought out a lot of people's advice. I wanted to know if they could provide me with any information as to how I could control my nerves a little bit better. I talked to my family, my friends, my teachers, my coaches. I don't play sports, but Caputi and I, we hang out. We've become pretty good friends these past 3 weeks. And the one piece of advice that kept coming back again and again was for me to just imagine everyone in the audience naked, and that's supposed to help me settle in. So I'm going to heed this tactic right now, and we'll see what happens. So here we go. Wow. That is a lot of pubic hair. Now I'm nervous for a different reason. So for those of you who don't know, this is my independent study, and I did it with Matt Bruck, the German fellow who you saw here. It was wonderful. And Professor Davis Robinson, I don't know where he is, but wherever he is, he deserves a big round of applause. So, okay, that's enough. Thank you. Back to me. Thanks. And I remember the first week before I was going to perform in Davis's office in front of Davis and Matt, and I sat down and I started writing. I said, I am going to write a 7-minute bit about Cracker Jacks, and I hate Cracker Jacks. Cracker Jacks are the absolute worst, right? Absolutely, they're terrible. So I was getting ready to deliver this stand-up. I got into Davis's office, I delivered it. Not only were there no laughs, but Davis took me aside afterwards and said, you know, Chris, people like Cracker Jacks. Well, apparently they do, so you all should be very ashamed of yourselves. It's disgusting. But the one piece of advice that he had for me after that was, you know, as a stand-up comic, you don't have to be funny all the time. You don't have to be funny. All you have to do is be interesting. Really? So I don't have to be funny, just be interesting. It's like, hey, how was that stand-up comic you went to last night? Like, was he funny? No, but did you know that snakes can go up to 6 months without drinking water? No? Yeah, that's what he told us. He also told us that women blink twice as much as men, that South Africa has 3 capitals, and that Andrew Jackson's favorite color was green. I think I'd see him again. He was that interesting. So now that I have permission to be not funny, I'd like to talk to you all about candy. Well, here's some jokes about candy. So, I was in the tower the other day, and I was with a friend of mine, and we were getting pretty hungry, as people tend to do when they don't eat for a while. Food optional dining, of course, kicking in very soon. And he pulls out this bag of fun-sized candy bars, just an assortment, something for us to munch on. First of all, have you seen these things? They're like that big. And I'm sitting there wondering, what's so fun about these things? Like, you know what would be fun? Is if they were all normal-sized candy bars. Hey man, less is more, right? Are you sure? Oh yeah, I guess it's less. And then that got me thinking, you know, when is 1/10 of something ever more fun than the whole thing? You know, it's like, hey man, how was your 21st birthday? Dude, you're not gonna believe what I did! Well, first of all, like, I really wanted a car, but instead my parents just got me a bumper. Why are you so excited about that? Well, anyhow, but you got really hammered, right? Well, dude, I was gonna get really hammered, but instead I just licked the top of the vodka bottle, man. Again, I'm confused as to why you're so excited, but whatever. But you got some late night action with a girlfriend, right? Well, dude, like Lisa and I were gonna have sex, but instead I just touched her knee. I don't understand you at all. fun-size candy bars. Nothing fun about them at all. Unless it's the Snickers, of course. Snickers are kind of the kings of the candy community, aren't they? I mean, they have chocolate, they have peanuts, they have caramel, they have nougat. Hungry? Why wait? Well, you might want to wait for some real food. You really can't survive on just Snickers bars. But they are kind of the ultimate candy bar. And then you have the Milky Way, of course, which is just the Snickers bar without the peanuts. Three Musketeers bar is just a Milky Way without the caramel, and Almond Joys are awful. Almond Joys, I had no idea how they came up with that name. Never felt joy when someone offered me one. It's like, hey, Chris, catch. No thanks. I have no idea how they come up with some of these names. Like the Jawbreaker. What kind of a message are we sending to our kids when we offer them a Jawbreaker? I only ask that because I know that most of us are parents now. So the Jawbreaker is like, what kind of candy is this, Dad? Well, son, it's not a particularly tasty candy, but if used correctly, you can drink all your food with a straw. Count me in. Some candies even need an ID just to buy them. Like, for instance, my mother went into the grocery store the other day, tried to buy a bag of Werther's, got turned away because she's under 65. What's going on? I'll be honest though, the ID thing, that scares me. I go into a liquor store, I'm like, this is great, I can buy whatever I want, I'm 22. As soon as they ask for the ID though, I'm like, oh my god, maybe I'm not 22 anymore. Maybe I stepped into an alternate universe. Did I dream I turned 20? The last candy that I'd like to joke around with all of you, no, that's not English, sorry. Swedish fish! Swedish fish! That's what we're going to talk about, Swedish fish. Swedish fish are great, aren't they? They're gummy, they're fruity, they're delicious. But I think the one question that people have failed to ask year after year is this what the fish are really like in Sweden? What's going on with this country's seafood industry? You're out to dinner in Stockholm? Yes, sir, welcome to our... Apparently all the waiters are French there. May I take your order? Yes, for my appetizer, I will have a Greek salad, please, followed by the French onion soup. And for my entree, I will have the Swedish fish, please. Very good, sir. We have full flavors for you tonight. We have orange, yellow, green, or red. Oh, red, please. Very good. And would you like that small or really small? Really small. And how would you like that cooked? I could just dump it out of the bag. That's fine. That's how I like my fish cooked. And for dessert, we have an almond joy. No! No, I'd rather die.